Well, here at Public Affairs on Peach, we're not always so serious and serious topics. This segment is going to prove that. I have guests with us right now, Mark Kendall and Kirsten King from the improv group Dark Side of the Room. So, Dark Side of the Room, explain that concept to us.
Well, as a Dark Side comedy group, we are all black improv members of Dark Side of the Room. That comes from Dad's Garage. That's our home. And we show you what the black people were doing during popular movies, which often just feature white people. So you get to see what the black side of Pretty Woman is like.
Okay, all right. So being there at Dad's Garage Theater, how long have you been there? What is that like being there and performing?
Yeah, so I think we've been doing shows there for a number of years now, probably like 4 or 5 years. And the thing that's great about being at Dad's is, in addition to our Dark Side shows, we're there pretty much every weekend doing shows. So it kind of gives us a chance to really build our chemistry together.
Okay, all right. And how do people find your shows, or when do you perform there? When are those?
We have a monthly show. Even though our home is Dad's Garage, we have a monthly show that we do at the Highland Ballroom. It's in the Virginia Highlands area of Midtown. And it's typically I think it's the second Thursday of the month. We just had one last night. Our next one is March 12th, I believe, or March 22nd. Is that right? March 22nd. Do I know where to find us?
That's a good question there. I also want to ask you, I mean, you're doing comedy now, so has comedy always been a part of you? Were you that kid in elementary school that was always a class clown cutting up and everything?
I mean, my mom will say yes, but I promise I am just bubbly. I'm a unique blend of weird. I don't know about you, Mark.
No, I was not a class clown. I don't know. I think that's kind of the fun thing about improv is that it attracts all kinds of personality types. So, you know, you'll be hanging out in the green room before a show and you see all those personality types coming together. So you have like the extroverts, the introverts. It really is everyone.
All right. So we want to get an example of what you do. I know you said you'll do movies and give the black experience of movies, but you're going to do something different. It's a buzzer game show type thing. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you guys and give us an example of your improv work.
Oh, great.
Excellent. All right, so as Dark Side, yes, we show you the deleted scenes of so many different movies, but today we're going to do a game called Buzzer, and we're going to share with you what Black History Month means to us, but with the game laid on top of that, we're going to be buzzing each other. When that happens, whoever is speaking will have to change the last thing that they said and do that every time the other one buzzes them, and then justify it going forward after the last buzz, and it will go a little something like this. So, Black History Month to me means being your best and blackest self, your best and brightest self, your best and most rhythmic self during the month of February. Because nobody wants to see a black person without rhythm, especially during February. It makes us all look bad. It makes us all look fashionable. It makes us all look like we've thought about what we're doing and we're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I really enjoy Black History Month. For me, it's a time to really think about where I fit in the world. Think about what my place in the world is. Really try and think about, like, what am I going to have for breakfast? Because breakfast, you have, like, a lot of options. Is it going to be salty? Is it going to be sweet? Is it going to be a mix of the two? And going back to Black and going forward, looking at the wholeness of Black history, I'd say it's a mix of salty and sweet. And so that's what it means to me.
You know what, Mark? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Happy Black History Month.
All right, so that gives us an example of the improv with that. Now let me ask this, because it is Black History Month and you're doing the comedy, so it is jokes, it's lighthearted, but do you ever hear from people that it's not serious enough when you're talking about like such a serious topic?
I know I like to make sure our audiences are as woke as they can be. And what I mean by that is, Dark Side of the Room, we like to not only make you laugh because we are comedians and pigmented professionals in our profession, but we also want to drop in some knowledge about what's going on in the world. And while we're making you laugh, you're going to think about why you just laughed and how true that is. And it's hopefully going to sink in, and maybe you'll have that conversation with somebody once you leave.
All right. So as you were talking about it, you do the movies as well. What's one of the most bizarre requests you've gotten to maybe reenact?
Kirsten has a pretty good story from the show last night, actually.
Really? Just last night?
Yeah, we start our shows off by playing a popular improv game called Categories. And the way it works is all the improvisers line up at the back of the stage and someone's kind of hosting the game. And we get a category from our audience. that we'll have to name things from. But our twist is we get a category that that the audience, per se, doesn't think Black people are going to know much about. For example, like superfruits or something. But last night, someone was very specific. They yelled out, "Rocks and minerals." And we were like, what? But we absolutely took it because it's fun and it's different, and that's the beauty of an improv show. It's always going to be different. We don't know what's going to happen, as well as the audience doesn't know.
All right, so we still have just a little bit of time here. So just real quickly, Titanic. Improv that like you would do with your movie titles. Titanic. Titanic.
Tyrone, I didn't know I was going to meet you on this paddle boat.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, they said this isn't even like a paddle boat. What I did was I took the pool table and fashioned one into a boat. It was the only way I could get out of here.
Well, Tyrone, why didn't you leave enough room for you to get on the boat too? I mean, it might just be a fashioned paddle boat that you've made out of scraps like the Black MacGyver, but I want you up here too, Tyrone.
Listen, Diana, you got to take this pool stick and you got to paddle your way to the Americas, all right?
Tyrone, you didn't even flatten the end. I'm not going to get anywhere.
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't have a lot of time. This cold weather has been a lot for me, and I'm not going to make it.
Tyrone, not only has this cold weather been a lot for you, but you...
Cut. All right, that is awesome. All right, so that's the way that goes. So how can people find you? Website? How can they locate you?
Yes, we are Dark Side of the Room on Facebook, Dark Side ATL on Instagram, darksidecomedy.com.
That's the way we got to find it.
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Room. All right, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Public Affairs on Peach.